can share sound when you're starting a video. That I did figure out you can do. Like if I were to play a video,
Yeah.
when you go down to share screen, there's a little button that says share computer sound, so you guys would hear it too.
Now, I want to know, what are some other uses for Zoom other than what we're doing right now?
I support clients.
You what?
I meet with clients.
I support clients.
Yeah.
Now, how do you, for what? What do you do?
If they have a problem in QuickBooks and they just share their screen, and I can say, give me the mouse, and we can work together. And
Oh, wow.
I use it as a substitute for face-to-face meetings, so I don't have to go out and meet with them. I just
right.
save my time and energy.
Oh, could you come downtown at 3:00?
Yeah, right.
And I actually use it for two different things, two different weird things that not normally people do. One is I actually use it to record videos by myself. So I will call it up and hit record and do screen share.
Yeah, I do that too.
And have it record my whole video, so you can have your actual little picture show up in the corner as a built-in, picture-in-picture thing. And then the other thing is Misha and I have been virtual co-working together.
Oh, that's great.
We will get into private Zooms and literally have it going all day long. And we will, if we have questions, we ask each other, and we,
I've done that with
Now,
auditors.
what's the difference between, like, I'm not paying for this, and Sarah, you have a pro account?
Yeah, that's not much.
You can be on.
It's a time limit. When you don't pay for it, you can only do a Zoom for, I think, like 40 minutes or 45 minutes.
40 minutes at a time.
Yeah. You probably can't have a whole list of meeting numbers for reoccurring.
Yeah, the paid ones, you get a specific ID that you could use if you wanted to. You can set up specific meeting rooms, and you can go as long as you want.
How much does the pro cost?
It's like $120 a year.
$15 a month.
Yeah, it's cheap. I saved money. That I quit GoToMeeting. I was paying $50 a month on GoToMeeting. I quit that right away.
Because I have a meeting with a client Wednesday, and she's in Hawaii. I thought, well, I'd like to commute there.
Perfect.
Yeah.
There too.
We're just going to use the phone, so I'll try this.
Yeah, it's
absolutely.
so much better.
And Deb, all you need to do is send her an email with the link, and then she just clicks on it and gets right in.
Plus, you can record it, and then they have something to refer to.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, because I know this is a client. She called me. I tell you what, I've gotten a call a day for the past 2 weeks from that ProAdvisor website. I mean, it's just freaking amazing to me.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, I don't even have a website. I just use that, and I have more business than I know what to do.
Did they, on your profile, did they take off every year that you had, and they just say you're a pro advisor?
If you look one way, it has everything, but if you go another way, it only has the badge.
Yeah, because I'm like, there's a big difference for somebody who's been certified every single year from the beginning to somebody who just got.
Well, the big thing I'm finding is they're calling me because I have more reviews than anybody else.
Yeah.
Got it.
And that's only because I'm not afraid to ask for a review. I mean, I don't have fake reviews, meaning I didn't have my mom post 70 times. When people call me up a lot of times, and they'll have a simple question. I found your ProAdvisor website, and I can't figure out how to print a check. Okay, go to form, print check.
You say, okay, you need to go to PayPal and give me, $30.
No, I just say, you know what? First time's on me. You got to see if you like me, because the next time you call me, it's $150. And I said, and since I helped you out, why don't you help me out? If you would go to the website and post a review, and it's anonymous. I don't even know if you did it, but I said, no. And
I do that. Yeah, I do that.
Sometimes I ask for Yelp reviews.
Yeah.
Okay. But I lost all my reviews on Intuit when they changed this. When was it? Late last year?
What?
Really? Yep. When they changed the ProAdvisor site, I lost.
I have 70 reviews. I mean.
Oh, yeah, that would be a little pissy if you could.
That would make me mad.
Now,
at that point, I've been on the top of the list for a while, and I got a lot of calls, like you said. I don't know how to print a check. And like you said, those kind of calls, I'm either going to say, you know what, let's fix it in 2 minutes, or
Right.
I'm sorry, I can't help you. Here's somebody else that can.
Right. Yeah, because I'll always ask them. I always talk to them. That I'm real friendly.
Right.
I said,
That's my problem.
yeah. I
get to
like
find
a lady
that
came
out, I
today, first time.
Darn it,
I mean,
gotta
when
get
she
the
left, she
laptop.
gives me this big hug. You're the best accountant I've ever talked to. I'm thinking to myself, holy mackerel, this is 70. She must have talked to a lot of accountants. But, I'm thinking, what?
When it comes to I said you're real friendly. It really makes a difference when you are actually seeing each other. So,
Yeah.
like I have my client that I have that's all over the place. Once a month, we have a management meeting, third Thursday, 9:30 a.m. Everybody's there, and we do our little agenda and smart sheets. And I tell you what, we don't have issues like we used to.
Nice.
Emails, and it just is so impersonal. And now we're all getting to know each other.
It's all about that's to me customer service, and what makes us different is we're not these behind the scenes accountants,
right.
even though my firm name is Behind the Scenes.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
how you get to be a trusted advisor, I think.
Yeah.
By
Right.
talking to them, yes,
And
absolutely.
looking face to face.
Mhm.
And that's why I didn't worry about not being on the top of the list of the Intuit Pro advisors anymore. I really wasn't getting
website.
any quality calls. I was getting those kind of calls that were just, somebody
Tech support.
to talk to, somebody overseas on support is basically what it comes down to.
Yeah, well, you can feel them out, because and they ask me, what do you charge? I go, well, I'll tell you this. I'm the most expensive person you're going to call. So I said, you want it done or you want it done right? You pick. I said, because if you go to somebody cheap, you'll eventually be calling me and I'll have to charge you 3 times as much to fix it. So,
I love honesty.
and then I laugh. Ha, 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 ha.
It's like I can't
And,
afford it.
and as an added perk of being my client, you can see my husband sing and dance.
There you go.
The costume I wore for this leader conference?
Yeah.
I had we were putting it together and I was trying it on, and it was the day before we left, and I had a client that was coming over at like 4:00 or something. Well, he showed up at 3. And I answered the door in that costume.
Oh my goodness.
I was looking for Debbie Kilsheimer. She's an accountant. I go, you found her. I said, this is how we are around here.
You could wear a costume at any time. Deb, I want to show you something. Do you remember at this leader conference, those money wallets?
I use them all the time.
I just got some with my name on it.
Oh, send me one.
Ooh,
Okay. Yeah,
I
I
love
love it.
it.
I've been handing them out left and right, and people are really using them, putting them
They're
on.
great.
What is
love
it?
you had them made yourself?
A printing company. It was just,
They're great. They fit on the back of your phone.
Yeah.
And,
they're called money wallets. You put a credit card in there,
Minimum order
like 250 or something.
of 250 wallet thingies.
Yep.
how much did they charge you for each one?
Probably close to $1 a piece.
They're
Which
good
isn't
because
bad.
people carry them around. I mean, I don't even have a purse. I don't have to buy my Coach purses anymore. I have this.
Right.
And your phone, the magnetism in your phone doesn't.
No,
Oh, well,
A
then
magnet?
the chip.
And
it's
the
just
nice,
plastic.
the nice thing too is because
Glue.
it's like a rubber, it keeps your phone from sliding all over the place.
Yeah, see, I carried my driver's license, my credit card, and my $50 Shell gas card.
Okay.
How about those new phones with chips in them? Or those new credit cards with chips in them?
Half the stores here in Port Orange don't even use the chip. They have the chip, but is the chip working? No, it's not
Yeah,
working.
you always have to go swipe or do a show
Yeah, those things are
Right,
really
and even ones that have the little thingy on the bottom.
into is doing this. All I want to do is go to the pro advisor thing.
Well, they're doing something really new. I got an email to sign up for QBO webinars or something from Michelle Long. And
Yeah.
when I went over there, it wanted my email. So I have 6 emails. So I put in one of the emails and it made a brand new QBOA account for me.
Oh no.
Oh, they're out of
And I
control.
stopped then because I went, Oh my God. What they didn't say that though. They just said sign up to take this webinar.
What?
I know. And I had been talking to somebody else. I couldn't get into my QBOA account. And it's real tricky the way they've got some people switched over and some people not switched over. And so it's really screwy because I wanted to get into my certifications because I wanted to get
Well,
certified.
be careful, Linda, because when they switched me over, that's when I lost all my referrals.
Yeah.
That's
I have
when it happened.
I have 3 QBO accounts. One, I am on Gen 3. The other, I'm still on Gen 2.
Wow.
Really?
I
Yeah.
thought everyone was switched over by now.
And they keep saying, "Oh, look, we're good. We promised." Because at Connect, Sleater, Scaling New Heights, for 3 years, I've asked them, "Oh, we'll take care of it."
Yeah, I have like 4 accounts.
And then I have like 3 payroll accounts, and I have a different login for the pro
I
advisor.
have a different login for payroll. I have a different login to actually go to QuickBooks Online that has my little accountant box. And then there's 2 other random accounts that are set up. One of them is from my old employer, which I never have used since I left 9 years ago. And the other one, I don't know where it is, but I don't know. I just laugh whenever I try to get any help from them because I'm like, after tax season, I will call and talk to you, make sure you get a specialist on the phone and make sure you guys get me all so I have one login, please.
They can't. I've tried. I've spent hours with them.
Yeah.
And it's
Well,
like, forget it. So I have a little cheat sheet on my computer.
There you go. That's what
that's
you
ridiculous.
do.
I think
Class.
I have an issue
Yeah.
with the fact that I have a payroll. I used their payroll for just like 2 clients and 2 or 3 clients, I think, in my own that I have outside. Okay, outside of the QuickBooks Online, it's in the QuickBooks
Intuit Online Payroll, that's called.
Yes. Okay, whatever it's called. Payroll outside of, I go inside of that and I'm like, okay, everybody wants me to be in the cloud. So Joanne's in the cloud. I was forced to be in the cloud because the 17 hats wanted me to be in the cloud. But now I'm in the cloud and I'm like, okay, so now my next step is I need to stop my QuickBooks, my Intuit Online Payroll was downloading into my desktop beautifully. A little IIF file, not a hitch in the world. Now can I get it to go into my QuickBooks Online Accountant? Or can I go into my QuickBooks Online? No.
What do you mean
How
no?
come?
I can't get it to go in there because there's something about the fact that I'm supposed to have my own free payroll inside of there. And if I move everything in there, then I stop the people that I have on my wholesale pricing outside there. I have no idea. I stopped listening when she said it was going to be an issue. So now I have to, so I'm manually putting in my payroll and this.
Right.
Oh, isn't that lovely?
Well, not manually, guys. I'm like throwing it to net and I'm grossing it up at the
Yeah.
end of the year. It's not rocket science, but
Well, y'all saw the article in New York Times with
Brad.
Stacy's
yeah, I don't need,
the article about Intuit and Xero.
no, I didn't see that one.
No, what about it?
Oh man, it's really good. I gotta find that link.
Is it recent?
Yeah. Like I said, you know, she's flitting around the country going to baseball games or something, but she was quoted in the New York Times, and so it really makes Intuit look stupid.
Who said this?
It's a picture of Brad
For
Smith.
what Stacy did?
Stacy made him look stupid?
No, it's just the way the article, it looks like, okay.
Oh, it looks like she's at baseball games, but if she wasn't at a baseball
No. What I'm talking about is Intuit had a cloud presence, but they really weren't pushing it.
Mhm.
Xero came up behind them, and all of a sudden Intuit's like, we got to go to the cloud.
Mhm.
See? And it's just the way the article flowed. That you just picture Intuit going, oh crap. You know? So,
Right.
you know, and it was very interesting the way I don't think it looked, and then this conversation just makes me, you know, think that it's haphazard that they like hurry.
It's not easy. It's
No,
not
it's like it's not-
easy
it's
to
not-
get this shit done. I'm sorry.
not-
It's not easy.
And
It
it's
is
a whole
not
different
thought
thing.
through.
And Sarah knows that because she does programming.
And I had no problems with my desktop.
I still like desktop. I mean, I use QBO
I
for
love
majority, but I my own file's still on desktop.
Well, I'm getting.
Really? Oh, I thought you were, Deborah, I thought you were like the online queen.
I may
I
be
am.
moving, I
But I
may,
tell you,
I may be moving
when you
back
come to
down.
me, if
Uh-oh.
you come to me as a client, you're either on my hosted desktop or you're on QuickBooks Online.
Well,
I
that's
don't log
because
in.
you need the freedom to not be stuck up, but your own company, you can.
Well, I have you have to understand, my file's on Enterprise because I have rental property.
Got it.
I have, he does eBay. We have the business. That's a personal life. It's all on one QuickBooks file because I use classes for the different.
Oh, wow.
You know,
You
it's-
even keep all your rental properties there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like extremely complicated because, you know, if you
Yes,
think
I
about
know.
QBO for
Yeah.
the business, I need a separate file. Then I need a separate file for this and a separate file for that.
I use the same file for that scenario.
You know, so to
You're
see,
careful,
so
you
if
know
I want to know what our life is, I'd have to open up 3 files, do a combined income statement. Not doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, I've tried to use QBO and it got too cumbersome because, you know, I know you're supposed to, but you know, we get a check and it's made out to him. We record the income and we pay tax on the income and he puts it in our personal account. You know, so he used to work for the IRS. So he goes, they don't care where the money goes as long as we pay tax on it. You know, what if they paid me in cash? I wouldn't have a bank account to put it in, you know, and a lot of people do.
Well, that's why you can have the same conversation with say a tax accountant versus a lawyer, like a tax lawyer who's trying to defend a liability. Like when we talk about all these LLCs and you're supposed to keep them separate and all that, the whole reason LLCs are set up is to protect assets.
Right.
But is it how you keep your books that protects your assets?
Exactly. You know,
They're like, you have to have. I found that guy with, what do you have? Something stupid, 26 QBO accounts with I'm like, what are you doing?
Wow.
Everybody has their own bank account. There's all cash basis. Everybody's got class codes. I can keep, it's just, I just didn't see the point of,
some people, they come up with these goofy things. I had a client this week, you'll have a car dealer. You know, I do a lot of car dealers.
Yeah.
He says, I would like to record the cost of the car, and I only pay $65 for the detail, but I want to record it as $150.
why?
Because I said, because it really cost me, if I went outside and I paid another service, they would charge me $150.
It's what, it isn't what I paid, it's what I could have paid.
But I said, oh, I did. I said, oh, that's the woulda, shoulda, coulda account? yeah, basically. I said, well, guess what? Accounting deals in facts. I can only record what you actually paid. I said,
Guys,
okay.
you really want to go use the outside guy, pay $150.
Yeah. So then he says to me, well, what about a car that I marked down real low to move it off the lot? I want to record it at what I should have sold it for. I said, well, what about the sales tax? You're going to pay sales tax on what you should have paid for? I said, no, it's on facts. You lost money. You know, I said, whatever you do in your little worksheets behind the scenes, I don't really care. You know, what I'm doing, accounting is about costs. So I can't record a fake number.
Right. Exactly.
It's
Yeah.
like when they give you I made a donation. I'd like to take off the cost of what I would have sold this for if I didn't donate. No.
No.
All right, I'm going to have to record a sale and record. Okay, so it's $0. I just kind of smile.
I like your new name, Linda.
Yeah, it's been changing all.
Nina Lola Brigida.
Is that you, Sarah, doing that?
What?
No,
No,
I'm changing my name.
Oh, okay.
You can change your name anytime you want.
how do you do that?
Just right mouse click and click rename.
Okay.
There you go. Another Zoom.
Oh yeah.
Now, that You must be older than you look with using a name like that.
Yeah, she was probably back in the 60s.
I'm going to be 60 next month.
Oh, okay.
Six.
But wasn't she like, she must have been in her 40s when you were young. I'm
I
70.
feel like I'm still in my 20s.
Really? Where's the party?
Oh, I'm having a big party. My husband's throwing me a surprise party.
Oh, awesome. What ship are you going to be on?
He's actually, when I'm at Scaling New Heights, he's going on a cruise. He's not coming to Scaling.
Good for
I'm
him.
going to Bermuda while you're in Scaling New Heights. I said, okay.
And is he going to then have your party on the boat while you're scaling New Heights?
Probably, knowing him. He'll send me videos. He does, we do FaceTime when he's on the ship.
That's great.
How does he do that without spending an arm and a leg?
Oh, well, he doesn't tell me what he spends when he goes to the ships. Because I don't want to know.
Okay.
It must not come down through that QuickBooks.
No, that's
They can always look and go, oh, he probably takes a draw of cash before he goes.
yeah. I said, don't take it out of the bank. You know, just kind of hide it. He's good at things. He's good at hiding when he goes to the casinos, and he's also good at buying donuts that I don't know about.
Donuts?
Yeah, because the other day he said, you know, never guess what I did. I bought a pie at Walmart. You know, they have those 50-cent pies I really like, and I dropped it right in the car. I said, when are you buying pies? I thought you gave up eating pies. Well, you know, I really felt like a pie. He goes, and I even paid cash for it, so you wouldn't know about it. I said, oh, so you pay cash? So you guys don't let your pie? Oh, yeah. I usually pay cash for all my donuts, so you don't find out. I said, oh, wow, a secret. You told me your big secret.
Well, it's not hurting you.
That's right. So,
Hurting him.
well, I guess you're allowed to have a cinnamon fry. So the other day he had a postage. He went to the post office and got some stamps, and he actually bought a donut on the same receipt. So I'm posting. He goes, oh, here's a postage receipt. I said, okay. I scan all business receipts and attach them. So I'm thinking, $11 for postage, that's a weird number. Usually it's $9 or something. So I then looked at the receipt, and here's a donut on there. I said, I got to split this expense out now.
Yeah, that's right.
And I did.
They sell donuts. They sell donuts at the post office.
Well, he stops at Publix on the way home. We call it the Holy Trinity he does every day. The bank, the post office, and Publix.
Okay.
A big triangle. He makes it once a day.
Yeah,
Or twice.
yeah.
Yeah, I had to well, I didn't go, but I had to go to the bank today because I couldn't scan my stupid checks. I had to do it the old-fashioned way, you know, like get in the car.
Isn't it funny when we have to do things the old-fashioned way? And
Yeah.
what? What?
Bitching up a storm. I can't believe I got to print.
Can't believe I have to get in my car and go somewhere.
I know, and Andrew's like, I'll do it. I'm like, thank you.
Did anybody have any problem last week with Bill.com or third-party apps going into QuickBooks?
I've got clients saying they couldn't get in and out of
Wednesday?
Bill.com.
Bill.com had a problem this week. They put it on their website. One day, it was Wednesday, the whole thing wasn't working.
Right. Was it Bill.com or
It was
was it?
Bill.com.
Bill.com.
Okay, because Karen had
He
said that her,
Fairfile had one last night.
who did?
Fairfile last night.
Fairfile went down last night?
That
Yes,
scares
Fairfile.
me.
It was 12, but it's fine now, and I used it yesterday during the day, so.
Yeah, it was a rough week.
And they said they figured they should go to bed.
Here's the thing. I've got clients that I'm trying to embrace these new toys, and you know, some of them have to be a little gentle with. And they're all on board, and then all of a sudden they get, this is broken. You know,
I know.
we're the ones that hear about it.
It's disappointing. Well, I was the one trying to deal with it. That was when I had the time to sit down and deal with the bills when it was broken.
Mm-hmm.
And
That wasn't connecting. That is a challenge, Sarah. When you finally get someone to go, yeah, and then the first time you use it, something goes wrong. It's like,
Who they go to? Yeah. I know.
Exactly.
How about that? We were having a management meeting. She said, I haven't been able to get into Bill.com and approve those bills. And I'm just like,
yeah, they were down.
Yep. I tried all day, I think.
Yeah, all day.
From morning through afternoon, and I just said,
They
you
said
know
on their
what?
website that they were having a problem with their IS or something. I don't know.
Well, it almost makes me like nervous. Like, what is going on that we?
But you
don't
know what? There's stuff, when stuff's in your office, it goes down too. I mean, hurricanes, floods,
Yeah, I know.
computer breaks, electricity goes off.
But when it comes in waves like that, and all, you know, I don't know. Maybe I'm just real sensitive that we are in such a.
Well, I think we're used to having things, it's like clients, you know, they text us now, and if we don't respond within 2 seconds, they think we're dying,
Yeah, no, that's true.
you know, and I think
that's a different problem, though.
but it's like we expect it 24/7, and sometimes if something doesn't work, I think they do their best, and that's all I ask for is do your
Yeah,
best.
that's all I ask for too.
Yeah.
You know, stuff happens, and then you have to think about this. What we do is it's only money. No one will die.
That's right.
You know,
Not
so
even gonna go to jail.
And there are
Yeah.
no emergencies in accounting. That's
exactly.
I said
You
that.
know, I need a check today. Okay, I'll do my best.
Except for what's this deal about California when you have to do the immediate check? We are so fortunate. Oh, her name's now Linda.
A doppelganger.
I'm like, what's
I'm a
this
Gemini.
deal?
I change personalities all the time.
But no, I was like, you know, because I say there's no, you need turnaround time to do something properly, and then this whole thing about the California, you know, if you have 72 hours, you have to pay them as they go out the door, whether if they give you enough notice if they're quitting or you
Talking
fire them.
about an
You have to be
employee.
paid as you walk out the door. I'm like,
You're talking about an employee and payroll?
Yeah.
When the
And we're
employer,
and I'm like, no way. And they're like, and then I was looking on California's websites, and they fine you the pay, like their normal daily pay. The fine is a daily rate. So if you're supposed to pay them when they walk out the door on Friday, but you don't get them to them till Monday morning, they've got like 3 days extra.
and they count every day as a work day, Saturdays and Sundays.
Yeah, wasn't even any nights or weekends involved.
California is just ridiculous. It's just totally ridiculous. They just put a lot of hair salons out of business because they came up with a new rule about how, and I don't know whether it was the legislature or what, but it turns out that if you pay your commissions, you pay your hair people commissions by the clients they bring in and that, and they do the money they're generating for the salon. It turns out if they have an hour that they're not working, you have to then pay them hourly. So they have to be on both commission and hourly. And and I have a good friend who owns salons, and one way they reward their people is by paying them commission. So the more work they do, the more money they make. And it's going to put them out of business if every time there's a down hour, they have to pay them an hourly salary for that.
Wow.
It's just really, I think they're trying to see if they can get an exception to the rule, but a lot of times the legislatures,
They're clueless.
departments, they get lobbied by lobbyists and that, and they don't think about all the ramification and results that are going to happen.
Well, look at every time they come out with some new tax law they think's going to make life easy, and then they tell you on the form it should only take you 30 minutes to do this form. Huh?
That's a joke.
Yeah, like Obamacare was going to make it so easy.
We've had more problems this year with that Obamacare.
I know, with the tax.
And I believe that we should have health insurance for everybody. That's not the problem. It's people
No,
don't
I
understand it. It's too confusing. I mean, they don't get the paperwork out in time. I don't even know, ugh.
Yeah, it's all the regulations and the paperwork and everything. And I get people need protection.
And we're the ones that wind up doing the paperwork, like the 1099 rules. What, is it really true we're going to have to get 1099s to the IRS by January 31st?
No. Well, that's what they said, but they never enforce any of those things, Deborah. I've never seen them enforce.
Because I know this year we had till March 31st to do it electronically, but I was reading somewhere, Facebook, Sleater Group, I don't know, that they're moving it up to the 31st is the due date to the IRS and to the people.
Oh, I hope not. I hope not.
Next year, yeah.
Yeah.
January
What
31,
happens-
we are completely done.
What happens to the time to correct them if they're sent out
That's
wrong?
more work. That's more work.
Okay, let me ask you this. If you do it, I send Sarah, I send you a 1099, and then I realize for 10,000, and I realize it should have been for 20.
Mhm.
Do I send you a second 1099 for 10 because you already got the 10, or do I do you a new one for 20?
That's a good question.
You have to do an amended one to
think
say
because-
0, and then you have to do a new one that says 20.
Yep.
Okay, I just want to send her, I'm going to send her a second one for
You can't. You can't.
Why?
Yeah,
Because
You're
they'll
basically
get about the
doing
second
the
one
same
and make
thing.
it right the following year.
You know what you do? I'll give you the answer. The answer is you pay her with PayPal or a credit card, and you don't have to issue her one. Boom.
That's right, and then PayPal will do it.
I have a fishing boat that they must issue 300 1099s.
Yeah, tell them to pay everybody online.
It's horrible.
There you go.
And I will tell, because, they write the checks and then I get the stuff afterwards.
Yeah.
So, because if I'm doing your books, no check, no W-9, no check. But they
Right.
don't do that. So,
Yeah.
and then the thing is, then they get the 10, like this year, a guy called me up and he said, I had a corporation. I need you to change my 1099 to my
No, you're not.
And I said, no,
I didn't make
You
a
were
check
paid
after a court.
personally. The check, well, I should have been paid by my corporate. I said, so then when you got the check in your name, you should have had them rewrite it.
That's
you
right.
got the check.
Yep.
So it's your deal. You can write it through to your corporation, but I'm not changing the 1099.
Yeah. I have a question.
Okay.
If I have a client that has people doing Instagram and that, and they always pay them with PayPal. So if we don't need to do the 1099s for those people, does that mean we don't need to get their address? We don't need to get their social security number because PayPal
Correct.
will do it?
Right.
Correct.
You still need a receipt. You still need something.
I mean, you still need to fill out. You don't need to fill out a 1099 form. And I mean, for me, if I'm doing business with anybody, I at least want to get the vendor's information, their address. But if you pay them, if there's any point in time where he ends up writing them a check, and then it goes over $700 or $600, you have to issue him a 1099. But if he's paying strictly through credit card or PayPal or online, you do not have to. As of now, you do not have to issue them a 1099. PayPal is doing it now. The main confusion that a lot of people that that have come to me have is these people who are doing this stuff on the stock, these what do we call them, jobbers or whatever, that are just doing things a little bit at a time. They feel if they don't get it, because PayPal won't issue one unless it's a certain amount. And if you don't hit a certain amount, they don't think they have to report the income.
Right.
That's not your issue. That's
their problem.
That's their problem, because I saw some people, I think, inside of the Between Wall and Main group that they were saying, well, I'm just going to issue them a 1099 because they want one.
Yeah.
Like, no, it's not required. Sarah and I were going crazy in that post.
Well, why are you educating clients' vendors?
I know exactly. It's like, tell them to come see me if they want tax advice.
Do you notice in like that one Facebook group, you got some really stupid people.
There's stupid people everywhere.
But these people are actually charging clients for this information.
Not so much in the BBAA, whatever we're called, but the other one that has all the students and the real newbies, and they're like, I'm in business, I have a client, and then they ask a question, and you go, oh,
yeah, I know.
oh, you charge people. Okay.
Is that ABO?
Yeah.
Yeah, ABBO. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's not as bad.
I got kicked out.
I left of my own volition.
I got kicked out.
Is there a
Man.
And I didn't even do anything. It was from lack of participation. I got booted.
I wonder if I'm kicked out because I still want to be able to.
No, I think he
talk in
found
the
out. I think he found out I was like, I'm going to be a contributor on Seth's new blog.
whatever?
I like that.
So we broke up.
Google Seth or something for something, and it came up with the other name, and then and I'm not Seth David.
Yeah, I'm not something. I love that.
There's that residual stuff that just hangs out on the.
Oh yeah, it's all a place. I still have well, this is a whole another thing, but I still somehow have connected inside of my Googleverse
Yeah.
a School of Bookkeeping email address.
So you get these emails.
No, it's just that it's a login that shows up every once in a while. I don't know if it's still active or not, but I still see it. It's like shows up on my phone.
Right.
I wish I had written it down, but my husband had a website where you can go and put your email in or your website or whatever.
Somebody's looking in your window.
Oh my God, somebody's looking in your window.
Scared me.
You got a paper. You got a paper.
Stalker alert.
Yeah.
Look at the dog. What was that?
Is that Mark?
Yeah.
Probably Dad.
He's like, why do you have employees at 6 o'clock on a Friday? We just weren't as productive this week as we should have been. And I have very conscientious employees that don't want to come into hell on Monday.
Mm.
She had a playmate all day.
Nice.
Why would somebody just riddle me this? Text people.
Batman.
Riddle me this. Why would a client who is getting, say, a $2,000 or $3,000 refund, let's say,
Okay.
has to pay estimated taxes because of the job? Why would I want the money refunded to them instead of applied to next year, because they're going to have to pay something the first quarter anyways?
Because it feels good to have cash in your hand.
But the cash is going out because they have to pay a first quarter estimate the same day.
I understand this.
And they didn't get it when you explained it to them. They still want their refund.
I don't know, but
How old are they?
it's time to open up the fire.
Well, my one of my clients.
I don't know. I just don't get it.
How old are
My
they?
clients overpaid his income tax by over $100,000. And
Ugh.
what the lady did was the tax preparer said, we just applied it all to next year, so you won't owe any estimated tax.
Oh, Jesus.
Wow.
That's a little bit crazy. I would bring that money back in, but this case is literally a very, very consistent basis business. They're mid-40s, and she does pretty good. She's gonna have to pay like maybe $3,000 to $4,000 each quarter. And so I wanted to apply the $3,000 to the first quarter so that she would only have to pay $1,000, and they're like, no, refund it. I have the money. Refund our money. We have the money for the estimate. I'm like, it makes no sense. Am I not understanding?
This money's this color, and this money's this color, and I have to.
Oh.
Well, no, I do understand that. I have clients that really have no accounting sense whatsoever, and they have certain
all of mine.
buckets that they have things in. So if they've got their money there ready to pay out, that $4,000, they've got it there scheduled to go. Now they have $1,000 in their hands that they can go play with or do whatever they want.
Well, this client doesn't realize it, but they have now officially marked themselves for deletion. They're on my hit list. They're on my May hit list.
Now, they could be a very good client.
I don't care. I don't care.
You just may need to educate them a little bit.
I've tried. There's only so much banging my head up against a brick wall I'm going to do. I'm sorry. I'm on a tear. Stop.
Okay, no arguing with your man. Not on tax day, anyway.
It's not tax day.
Not tax day.
It is for us.
Let's kick her out. No, it's not.
It is for us.
For everybody in the country, everybody in the
It's
entire
Monday.
world, it's Monday.
But because Massachusetts is special, ours is Tuesday.
But for everybody
How'd you get an extra day?
Because it's Patriots Day in Massachusetts on Monday.
But then why was it moved from today to Monday?
Because
it's Emancipation Day.
Emancipation Day in Washington.
I know. Oh, because that's DC and not Massachusetts.
Yes.
I don't get it. How can you have Emancipation Day before the day taxes are due?
Actually, Emancipation Day is the 15th of the month every year, I believe.
I thought it was supposed to be the day after.
I don't know.
When it falls on
I think it's
when it falls on the 15th, it's pushed to the next business day.
No, I think it's one of those holidays. I think it's one of those celebrated things like Thanksgiving that's always the so many.
Oh, that Friday. That's
So
Friday.
it rotates. So when it hits the year that it hits the 15th, and if it's on a Friday, that's like the trifecta. And then you just say, have a good weekend, and just take care of it Monday.
So this is the trifecta year.
Yeah, and for the people who are partiers in Massachusetts that celebrate Patriots Day, they get to sleep in and have an extra day.
Well, actually, it's Marathon Monday too.
And Marathon Monday, it's the whole.
Okay. Well, don't forget now.
Today is the anniversary of the bombing, the marathon bombing.
Oh, it is, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
So today is officially called Boston Strong Day.
Oh, got it. Got
What
it.
were you saying, Larry? You were
I was going to say, don't forget, those are the folks up there that dressed up like Indians and threw tea in the harbor. So.
The Boston Tea Party. All right. So what country do we have to move to where there's no taxes? This is the research that I need to do.
I didn't think that's possible.
The
Unless
moon.
you buy your own island and you are the country.
Misha, let's go. Where are we buying?
I know, right? But technically, the island is still associated with a country anyway.
But what if there's we have to find one that nobody's found yet.
In the Pacific Ocean.
Even
have Wi-Fi.
so,
He won't have.
But they have to have Wi-Fi.
I made the mistake of watching Island Hunters on HGTV, and I wanted to shoot myself in the eye. It was weird. This woman and this husband, they were looking for an island, and because the guy showed them an island that they literally could see across the way. Now, mind you, you need a boat to get there. Like, oh my God, people can see us. I'm like, what are you going to be doing on this island? That an island like 3-4 miles away is a problem.
People with boats can see them.
I guess.
Right.
I guess.
Oh my God.
All islands, people with boats can see them. People in helicopters and airplanes can see them.
That's true. The world is getting smaller and smaller.
Who's over in the corner? It says Linda's iPhone.
That's Linda Connolly. She's an enrolled agent.
Hi, Linda Connolly.
And
Hi, Linda's iPhone.
Hi, Linda's iPhone.
And she's on her iPhone. She's not on the laptops, and she doesn't. For some reason, when she's on this app, she doesn't have
Video.
voice or video.
Voice.
And it's like, and my thought is, oh, and iPhones are so advanced.
Well, we had two people in my Zoom this afternoon, and they were both on iPhones, and they could talk and they had video, so it was weird.
Yeah.
I think she just
Well, it
needs
might
to.
be which iPhone you have.
Yeah.
She just needs to fix the settings.
Like my Galaxy will do things that I don't know how to do with it.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
wow.
how do you know that it does things if you don't know how to do it?
She's heard rumors.
You
She's
got
heard
it.
rumors.
That's
She's heard the
right.
rumors.
My iPhone makes my bed every morning.
Is
Oh,
that
really?
Hey Jaja, is that the new is that the new Galaxy or no?
No, this is
Oh.
the
My
it's not the edge.
Janine got the edge. Janine got the edge, and I got mad at her because I told her to get the edge for one specific reason, because they had a promo, I think it was last month, where if you bought the edge, they got you the goggles that you wear.
Oh,
Those what do they call it? Virtual reality goggles. where you
right.
have your phone in there and you can play a game and you get them for free. So I said, get the edge. And I was like, she's like, why? And I mentioned it to her, but she totally forgot. So she goes to the store, she gets the edge, she comes home like, where's my goggles?
Oh, she
What?
must-
I'm like, she goes, I didn't know I was supposed to ask for them. Like,
Oh,
they're promoting it everywhere on AT&T. You should have gotten this. So you need to call back Dean and find out where Joanne's goggles are, because she'll never figure out how to use them. So, but I was curious if it was the edge, because I wanted to know if you got those goggles. That's supposed to be the biggest
Have you
thing.
ever used those goggles? My son has them, and I tried it. Man, you were getting
No.
nauseous.
No, that's why I want Janine to get them.
It was really pretty cool.
do you have the cardboard ones?
He had the cardboard ones. You know, you put the phone in and you look.
And you want her to try those goggles?
I wanted to try the goggles.
Okay, because
Yeah.
don't let her try them or she'll get hurt.
Yeah, no. No, these are supposed to be a stepped up one. They're like an actual, that's not cardboard or anything like that. It's an actual frame, and then you snap your phone in. It's
Wow.
like a game you can play. I don't know.
Nice.
It's gonna be fun.
That's so you can watch porn and nobody can look over your shoulder.
Well, we don't have to divulge what you plan on doing with.
Larry,
That's
you sounded her out.
Calling me out on that.
We'll lose you completely then, Joanne. You'll be lost in your goggle world.
It would be time well spent.
Okay. So we are almost at the end of our time. We have another couple, like 10 minutes. Anything anyone wants to talk about?
Dan's been really quiet.
Guys, how are ya?
Hi, Jan.
Good.
Can you hear me?
Turn up your volume a little bit.
Best and some better microphones.
That's better. Yeah.
Yeah. I think after tax season, I'll go get some better microphones.
There you go.
Right now, I just want to make sure that I eat and drink. That's all I'm looking to do right now.
It's going to be a long weekend.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be nice here this weekend.
So I have a question for if you're doing taxes. If everybody doesn't have all their stuff in by now, extensions, right? So is there an advantage to really busting your butt all weekend and Monday to get these actually filed?
No, I'm not doing that.
No, you get an extension.
No, if you're on extension, it doesn't matter.
I mean, are these clients that just can't even stand the thought of not being filed by the 15th, or?
No, these are, for me particularly, these are all people who have come at that, the stuff has been in my office before April 1. So I try to make sure that anybody that gets me their stuff before April 1, I try to get it out the door. So
Yahoo!
anybody else goes on extension, I'll do you in May, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
So what's happening? Katrina Everglade, what name do you have there?
Katniss!
Everdeen.
I took a page out of Joanne's book this year for the first time.
I volunteer for tribute.
We just watched
Anyhow.
that movie this week.
Pardon me?
Last one, we finally watched the last episode this week.
I love that movie.
Did you like it?
Yeah.
I'm saying he looks fat.
What
He looks all those donuts he's been eating.
Oh, you called out your husband on the
Here he is.
Yay!
Husband's mouth.
He's the dancer.
No more taxes today. That's enough.
Happy dance.
I'm telling you what, I'd do another one if I could, but I'm exhausted. I think I've already hit about 400 tax returns. Like, holy smokes.
I'd
Wow.
rather my accountant get some sleep and do it later, not, I don't know.
But we still garage sale every weekend.
Really?
Awesome.
Oh, yeah, well, now I got the big haul.
Yeah, today. What did we get today?
I got all those toner cartridges.
We got all these toner cartridges today. We'll make about $600 on them.
Nice.
How do you
Nice.
get that at a garage sale? You mean used up toner
No,
cartridges?
they're brand new.
Brand new in the box, sealed up.
How did they get to the garage sale?
Well, whoever owned them decided they couldn't use them anymore.
Yeah, the guy said, he goes, how much you want for these toner cartridges? He said, $1,000. And we went,
Not in this lifetime.
not that. So you know what we paid for them all?
How much?
$100.
$20.
How many did you get? Wow.
In other words, he
Quite a
paid you to
discount.
haul them off.
True story. Hand to God. True story.
How many did you get?
20.
Oh my goodness.
Buck a piece. Now I got a toner cartridge. One of my gals at HP got it from Staples. $130 worth. And she came in. She goes, and it just like the thing's dried up. It just like trashed the printer. And she looked at the box is all beat up like it's been around for 100 years. And the manufacture date's 2006. And I'm like, where the hell's this thing been?
Well,
And then
I bought
the
today,
thing is, sometimes they use Home Depot and sometimes they use,
2011.
Office Depot, not Home Depot. You're right.
But we refill
I
ours.
forgot where I bought the damn thing.
We refill ours with the powder. We save a lot of money doing that.
So
Okay.
do you do your own toner cartridges?
You can actually refill your own. The actual cartridge will last 2 or 3 fills before it's totaled.
Right,
And you can, on the refills, like the ones I'm buying at Office Depot are about $200. When I
right.
refill them myself, they cost $15.
Now, I know that there's a difference. The HP toner has more oil in it, which is better for your printer. Is there?
I don't
You
know.
don't see any-
Nowadays, when you buy a printer, they're not selling you printers; they're selling you toner.
Yeah, exactly.
So we're supposed
cheap
to
and
be
disposable now, you
paperless.
just throw away
Why
the-
are we printing?
Because I like killing trees. That's why.
She's got a mission in life, and it happens to be to kill
File
trees.
folders.
Oh, I have a question.
What?
How do you all file your 941? How do you become one of those e-file?
It was not fun.
How do you do that?
It was I had to go clear it out to the county and do the fingerprint deal.
Oh, geez.
Fill out all this paperwork. It makes no sense whatsoever. So they fixed it. I mean, it was not an easy. It took about 2 months.
Now, where do you
I think that
start?
process is
I-
similar to
That's
the
why
ERO
I print
process.
out paper because they have to mail the 941.
Right, that was the only thing I had left for quarterlies was the 941. So you do a EFIN application. Let's see.
Yeah.
You really need to go through all that process for a
Yeah,
941?
because you're e-filing. It's just like a tax accountant e-filing.
I think if you're a road agent,
The
We had
e-file
we had
application.
that, tax prep thing. Remember?
I don't
What
remember.
does Jan have? Flowers?
Yeah, my girl sent me flowers.
Oh, how nice.
Nice.
Very nice.
You scan that check?
No, not
No.
yet.
Okay. No.
I'll call you, Sarah, on how to do that.
She got flowers. Yeah, I'll tell you. Because once you get it, and if you're using, well, I don't know, but I don't even know how to do quarterlies in those online payroll programs. But in desktop, once you get all your IDs
Nice.
keyed in, I tell you what, quarterlies
Very
are as
pretty.
fast as you can process them. It's that,
Okay, so I click an EFIN application.
Yeah, let's see.
Dennis, when you became a tax preparer, what did you have to file?
I just file. I mean, I think if you're a CPA or an enrolled agent, you don't have to do the fingerprinting. Is that at least in the state of Washington?
Yeah, you don't have to. I just filled out some P10 form and then
Right,
Yeah, I just filled out a form and did it online.
right. But for the ones of us that don't do taxes,
Yeah, to be able to electronically file a 941, because like even with the payroll taxes, I have logins for each one of the clients. and
technically
logins.
we're not supposed to do that, but
I don't know anybody that doesn't.
oh, yeah, that's disgusting.
you have to have
Stop it.
an EFIN number, an EPIN number, a PTIN number, an EIN, and a PIN.
What do you need? An EFIN?
You need to call paychecks.
But here's the application, e-file application. I don't know. I just went to irs.gov and started poking around.
All right, I'll do that. Thank
It's
you.
an EFIN.
An EFIN, a P10?
I have a TIN number.
Too many numbers and
If I'm going to
code.
have as many of those, I have Intuit IDs.
Do you have to, do you have to have a P10 if you're doing payroll or 941?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
No.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, welcome to the e-services. You must complete the registration confirmation process within 28 days of the letter. It's like you start the process, then you get a letter, and then it gives you all these to-dos.
And you have to do it within
And I
28
wanted
days?
to do just 940s and 941s.
Yeah, that's all I want to do.
Yeah, and so it's not really intuitive when you fill it out.
But are you guys using a service or are you just doing this online?
Speak louder, Jan.
Sorry, are you guys using a service?
I can't hear you.
Yeah,
you-
Are you using a
Using a
service? No, she wants to process it herself. She,
I use Intuit desktop, and I have a couple people on desktop. These are people that have 1 or 2 employees that are paid the same every week.
yeah.
They don't want to pay $45 a month for payroll. I do their payroll. They say, okay, my payroll this week was I paid Johnny, blah, blah, blah. Okay, and I do their payroll. Then I process it, we pay the tax, and the only thing they have to do is mail the 941. And I'm like, what a pain in the butt. I mean,
Yeah, because you can do state unemployment.
I can do state unemployment. I pay their tax electronically.
Do you do that as part of your whole package to them, or do you charge them extra for the payroll?
Part of the package.
Oh.
I would honestly use Gusto, and the reason I would.
Yeah.
What is it called?
Same amount. Gusto, Gusto.
Gusto.
Oh, it's Zen
Gusto.
payroll.
Yes.
It used to be Zen payroll.
But then you got a monthly
Now
fee and a
Gusto.
per check and.
No, not per check, just per client. Just per
Gusto's
client.
per client?
hmm But they file everything, even the quarterlies. I mean,
Yeah.
done. Like, you don't have to worry about it. It's like the $25 or $30 a month per client, no matter how many employees.
But they have, like, some of them, one guy has like 2 employees.
Yeah.
Yeah, but think about your time and having to go online, log it, check it, file it.
Make
do
sure their
all-
taxes are paid on time. See,
Yeah.
here's the thing, just to, and I know we're going to go over a little bit, but we've had a lot of problems here locally in our area with people processing and doing other people's payroll, trying to do it as like a paychecks or whatever. And this one guy, like, did not do people's filing on time, didn't do the, thought he was paying taxes. It's just, for me, it's not worth it to try to offer that service, because in this area, it's kind of shunned upon to have like a small accountant actually do your payroll. They would rather do the big 3 is what we call it around here, or have them do it themselves in-house and not put my hands on it. Because that's one.
Yeah, I like payroll. I think payroll to me is only math.
But there's one thing you want to make sure you look into, as far as, if you're doing it and how you're covered with your insurance. You want to make sure you let your liability insurance company know that you're processing and that you're doing payroll tax reports for people. And
why? I mean,
because
You want to be covered in case.
because you want to be covered in case something happens, because you're responsible for it.
Yeah,
I'm
usually.
I'm figuring it out, remitting the tax, and
You're remitting the tax for them.
Pardon?
And you're remitting the tax for them. And if you take this next step to actually file and get a P-10 and an E-10 and do the actual processing, that even puts you at more exposure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
should
you
really
have
check
to.
on the clients, though.
What's
I
that?
don't do it wrong.
Well,
I
good.
did something wrong.
If you don't do it wrong, then you guys are, then you're set. And you're good to
Yeah,
go.
I mean,
And I tell you, I make sure payroll is right on the money. I had a client came to me in February. And she said, how much would you charge to do my payroll? I said, well, how many employees you have? 1. I said, $200 a month. I mean, easy peasy. So then she says, well, I haven't filed any of the taxes. I withheld from her all of last year, and I didn't remit any of the tax. I said, well, we have a problem. But we did it correctly,
Yeah.
I pick up a lot of clients because the last guy has no clue with payroll.
Yeah, but I would still look at Gusto, because it does that automated recurring. It puts the money in the people's bank accounts. They do the onboarding themselves. You can check everything. And then basically it just takes the money out of the account, pays, and it files the quarterlies by the 10th of the following month of the quarter. I mean, done. I got out W-2s faster than I've ever gotten them out, because everything was tied out. I mean, it was very, very nice. I wouldn't recommend it for a lot of clients, but if they're that simple, your profit margins are really, really good. I mean, if you're charging $200, it's only $20 or $30 per client for Gusto or Zen, whatever they want to call themselves.
Okay, I'll take a look at it.
Yeah, but check the math. I mean, I still check the math and do everything. I don't trust it because it's a freaking computer. But the thing is, I still check the math.
I'll check
we
them
were
out.
talking about one this morning and I asked Karen, I said, how do we do that other client where they're not a bookkeeping client? They're just, that's all we do is payroll. And she said, they've been handwriting the same check on Friday for 15 years, the same 2 people. And she said, I have a standing order to just process it. And I said, and I thought, that's when I thought Augusta, I thought, oh, that'd be perfect.
Yeah, I just can't. I just can't be bothered with it. Payroll. It just, to me, it's just not that much of a moneymaker around here, and we get.
No,
some-
it was
we
more of
just
a
get
it was
flagged.
more of a favor to a
Yeah, that's what I got. I got
He had a big
people that I
company.
do it
Now he's
for.
got this little thing. He's retired. So, but I have bookkeepers, and she can do it in 12 minutes.
Yeah. I got this
Well,
one client I set up, and actually what I did is I bring them into the QuickBooks Online Accountant, and I showed them how to do it, and they log in themselves and do their own.
Yeah.
So they just pay basically, I up the price, like the wholesale type thing. And then they just, because anybody really can, if they know what they're doing, they can actually go to like Bank of America. And
Well, see, I'm not doing the actual paychecks.
Yeah.
I'm doing after the fact.
yeah, after the fact.
After the
payroll.
fact,
Yeah, but
doing
you're still,
right
but you're processing the tax payments for them.
Easy. It's a piece of cake.
Oh, good. Yeah, I know it's a piece of cake. I just.
This
that's
is the
something that
kind
I
of work that you sort of pick up through the years, and it's not like, I don't know about y'all, but it's not like work I go look for.
No.
No, it just comes
I turn
in.
it away.
It's just, so you have to decide whether you want to, but it's the smallest client base I've had in 30 years.
Mhm.
It's a little scary because they have a lot of eggs and fewer baskets, but only dealing with, a smaller list of clients is just lovely. It really is. I had 110 clients and 6 employees at one point, and I thought I was going to go crazy.
Yeah, when you think about it, every employee you add on, if it's let's say you pay them $50,000 a year, you have to get $50,000 in business just to break even.
Yeah. But I don't want to go back to being just me ever again, because me getting sick,
Yeah.
my staff carried this office, and I still have a business. I still have a livelihood.
Right.
And I think, but I don't want to have more than 2 or 3. I like this size, and we get along great. We're all, it's just, no, I'll never grow again. I really don't want to. So, and I'm not concerned if I were to lose, a client for some reason. I just put the word out. Okay, I'm looking, and
Comes, yep, exactly.
Once the people in town know you're good, then
I know, it's awful,
never
isn't it?
worry about it. Never worry about it. But see, with the nonprofits, you always, that new board comes in, they don't know who you are. They have a cousin that does accounting.
This is a real pet peeve of mine when I have other accounting in the, if I got a phone call from a new business and we'd like to switch accountants, why do you want to switch?
Right.
Well, we want to know if you would charge us less. And I said, I will not. I don't care what it is. I said, are they giving you good service? Are you getting what you want? And the only thing you're doing is trying to save a buck?
Price shopping, right?
I said, then I can't help you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's good, because they know something about who you are. Then.
But we have firms here in town that will call around and say, what are you paying now for your fees? And they'll say, well, this or whatever. Well, we'll do it for less. I had 2 clients this month leave. One was a 25-year client, and they left for $50. $50 difference. Turns out they were late on the first sales tax payment, which cost $50.
Hi, Felicia.
Do you take them back?
I'm not taking them back now.
I never take them back.
Not because I said, because they called me up and they said, well, this accountant says they would do it for $150. Would you match their price? I go, no. I said, I'm not Walmart. That's what I said. I'm not Walmart. I said, if you don't feel you're getting the value for what you're paying me, then you need to leave.
Mm-hmm.
Gary saved that $50.
Well, they probably did you a favor.
Oh, believe me. Anytime a client leaves, I get 100 more at twice the price.
I know, isn't it weird? It's
Isn't that
weird how that
something?
happens. That's why I try to tell the new ones that are so scared that, they're out on their own, they got to pay the mortgage, and they're holding on to these crap clients. And I'm like, let the crap clients go. I don't know. I think it's like dumping a bad boyfriend.
Yeah.
I think you send vibes out, and so you only attract crap boyfriends, But
it's hard to do that when you're when you're first
I
in
know.
practice. I know because it took me forever, and now I'm on a binge. I'm just
Oh, boy.
I'm like firing them
It's
left
easier,
and
doesn't
right.
it?
Yeah. I told this one guy that disrespected Janine when he dropped stuff off. This was a good one.
Yeah. Oh, I'll can him for that.
He disrespected Janine. No, that did something better than that. He was insistent that he wasn't going to go on extension, and I put it over there, and I said, okay. So I went, and his return was pretty easy anyways. I did his return, gave him his stuff when he came and picked it up, and I said, okay, now we're even, because he did a prepay plan. I said, now I'm doing things different, and I'm just giving you a heads up. I said, your rates are doubling. And I said, it's not because of the issues that you had, but you don't tell us when we're doing things. You know, we're not employees.
Yeah.
We're
Work
team.
orders.
You have to work around our schedule. And, because he did drop his stuff off late in the day. And I said, so if you decide, when I send out the quote, if you decide to come back, and work again with us for the next year, you need to bring things monthly. It needs to be in this type of order. And I gave him a whole sheet. And I said, and here's going to be your 2 options, but pretty much your price is going to double. And he was like, okay. So it's either he pays me double,
Or you find someone
or
else.
he goes someplace else. Hey, Brandon.
Hey, I'm late.
Yeah, late to the
Come
party.
in to say goodbye. You say goodbye. You got your haircut, didn't you?
I am going to stop recording now.
Okay.
All right.
Hang on, Brandon. Hang on, Brandon. Hang on. We'll see you next week. Same time, same place.
Bye, guys.
Okay.